Hey everyone, it's Anne here from English Valley Cafe. Welcome to this English lesson. Today we are going to work on our pronunciation. It's been a while since I've done a pronunciation video here. I'm happy to be here today to help you with your pronunciation. This video was by special request from one of the viewers here on YouTube, and I'm going to help you to pronounce some very common words that you'll hear and use in daily conversation, words that starts with AD. So we're gonna go over some of these words and then we'll try to say the words in a sentence. Since this is a pronunciation video, I invite you to open your mouth and practice along with me as we go through these words. So first we're gonna start off with Advent and Advertise. Advent. Now what's going on here is we're going to make the sound, the vowel A here as ah, ah. So notice that my mouth is wide open. Your tongue is rested. Okay, so ah, ah. Then when you make that D sound, we're not going to make that heavy D sound, but rather the tip of your tongue is going to touch the back of your upper teeth and it's just gonna rest there when you make that so add. So you're kind of stopping the sound and not make the d sound. So add, and then you're going to rest your tongue down and make the v. So advent, advent, advent. The next word, advertise. So again, what's going on here? You open your mouth, make that ah, and then slowly your tongue's gonna move up to make that advertise, advertise, advertise. So one more time, advent, advent, advertise, advertise. One thing you might notice here is that I'm not making that D sound. So I'm not saying advertise or advent, okay? But instead, add. Okay, I'm stopping it right at the advent, advertise. Now let's try in the sentence. With the advent of technology, you need to advertise your service. Now let's go on to the next few words. Admission, admission, advantage, advantage, or you might hear people say advantage, advantage, admire, adventure. Now usually in fast speech and connected speech, you will hear the A vowel sound being pronounced using the schwa. So for example, admission, advantage, admire, adventure. Now let's try it in a sentence. The admission process is easy. Take advantage of the offer. I admire him. That was a fun adventure. Now for address, typically we will say address when we are referring to like the verb address. So for example, we need to address this issue. Okay, we need to address this issue. Here I'm using that schwa for that A vowel sound. But when we are talking about like the location, like the mailing address, the location of a place here, generally we'll use address. Okay, address. So what is your mailing address? What is your mailing address? At least for me, that's how I like to pronounce the word. But I have heard other English speakers say, what's your mailing address? Okay, what's your mailing address? So again, it's really up to you. You can decide which one you feel more comfortable using. Now for these three words here, I'm gonna say the word and I would like you to figure out what's going on. Am I using the schwa or the a? Am I pronouncing the D sound or I'm just making it that gentle sound? Adopt, adopt, adapt, adapt, adore, adore. For the A vowel sound, I'm using the schwa. Adopt, adapt. Notice here that I'm making that D sound, right? Like adore, adapt, adopt, which is a little bit different than how I pronounced the D sound earlier with the other words. So when you have a vowel after the D sound, you're going to pronounce that D sound, okay? Now, of course, in pronunciation, there's always that exception, right? In English in general, there's that exception. Since there's always the exception, and a lot of times when you come across a word, you might not know how to pronounce it. So there are a couple of things that I would recommend that you do is if you're not sure about the pronunciation of a word, you can look it up in the dictionary, or you can go to youglish.com and type in the word, and there will be a lot of videos generated with people pronouncing or speaking the word. So that way you can understand, okay, how are other people pronouncing these words? And that's it for this video. I hope you find it useful. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know down in the comments. And if you've been watching the videos here, you enjoy the videos, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell to get notification when I upload new videos every week. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.